GettyTheresa May will speak at Mansion House in central London and a speech at Mansion House in central London. The Prime Minister will call for a deal that must endure, rather than offer solutions to deadlocked negotiations that would not be in favour of what the British public voted for. She will say, the new agreement we reach with the EU must endure. After Brexit, both the UK and the EU want to forge ahead with building a better future for our people, not find ourselves back at the negotiating table because things have broken down. Mrs May will impose her authority on the current issues surrounding the future of Northern Ireland by declaring that an agreement must bring our country back together, and emphasise that it was her duty to represent all parts of the United Kingdom. She is expected to state, "We must bring our country back together, taking into account the views of everyone who cares about this issue, from both sides of the debate. As Prime Minister, it is my duty to represent all of our United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, north and south, from coastal towns and rural villages to our great cities." Donald Tusk, the President of the European Council, attempted to dismay Mrs May earlier this week by stating that she would not get the frictionless relationship she wants after Brexit. However, the Prime Minister will outline her Brexit blueprint that promises to respect the result of the referendum, despite the warning from the bitter bloc desperately attempting to halt the UK's quest for sovereignty. She will continue, "First, the agreement we reach with the EU must respect the result of the referendum. It was a vote to take control of our borders, laws and money, and a vote for wider change, so that no community in Britain would ever be left behind again. But it was not a vote for a distant relationship with our neighbours. Second, the new agreement we reach with the EU must endure." Getty Jeremy Corbyn outlined Labour's position on Brexit earlier this week. Third, it must protect people's jobs and security. People in the UK voted for our country to have a new and different relationship with Europe, but while the means may change, our shared goals surely have not. To work together to grow our economies and keep our people safe. Fourth, it must be consistent with the kind of country we want to be as we leave, a modern, open, outward-looking, tolerant, European democracy, a nation of pioneers, innovators, explorers and creators, a country that celebrates our history and diversity, confident of our place in the world, that meets its obligations to our near neighbours and far-off friends, and is proud to stand up for its values. And fifth, in doing all of these things, it must strengthen our union of nations and our union of people. Getty Prime Minister will call for a deal that must endure. That pledge to the people of our United Kingdom is what guides me in our negotiations with the EU. The speech, dubbed "Our Future Partnership," is set to champion a free trade based on high standards. Mrs May's words, promising to honour the referendum result, will surely come as a blow to Jeremy Corbyn, who outlined on Monday Labour's plans to keep the UK in the single market and customs union if they were at the helm of negotiations.